Hello everybody and welcome to a very quick video. As you may guess from the title, of course it is another video on the Friday the 13th box set. I'm sure by now you're sick and tired of watching these videos. There's countless videos on YouTube, throughout social media, showing the box set, going into great detail about every single piece of it, through the extras and so forth. I figured, hey, I'll put my 2 cents in as well, may as well. I've ordered the box set and I'm very happy it's here. I did have a few problems getting it. My last one got lost in the post, and being it's an import from the US to the UK, things do get tend to get lost or missing or damaged kind of thing, and luckily, very luckily, it is here in one piece, no damage, no problems, all good condition, which is great. Yeah, my last one got lost, so I had to reorder it. I had to pay a little extra for like an express delivery, but it's arrived in one piece and I'm very happy to finally own it and finally get it in the collection while it's still available. I am quite surprised how many copies are available still in the US. It's not sold out anywhere, it's still widely available. I think it's one of those ones that they've added extra stock on top just to make sure people can get extra chance to get it, because obviously the Halloween set one went very quickly. But yeah, I figured just do a quick video, guys, just showing you the edition. As you've probably already seen it, and most people that are a fan of the Friday the 13th movies probably already own it, but hey, this is my 2 cents on it, and it is glorious. It is fantastic. I love the artwork for this box set. It's really nice and snazzy. It's a bit smaller than I imagined. It just looks bigger from what I've seen in pictures and various other videos, and there's all the films there, which is great. Yep, from Friday the 13th one all up to the remake. For anyone that wants to know my thoughts and opinions on the actual films themselves, I did do a series of kind of reviews / skip reviews back a couple of years ago with my friend. They're really cringy, they're a bit old, and maybe my opinions on them are a little bit outdated, but they're really fun videos. I do really like them. They're kind of first-hand opinions on the films themselves when I was watching the series for the first time. They seem to be really well regarded, so go and check them out, see what you think. They are old, they are cringy, they are very my type of humour, but you know, see what you think. But just a quick kind of like opinion on the films and now, just a very quick rough one. Friday the 13th one, I think is a pretty solid first film. I think it's a very clear what the film is. It's a rip-off of Halloween. It knows it, but it does a good job of kind of establishing a killer, character, mythology, and does a good job. And considering it was never meant to be a franchise, I think it does a good job of being a good standalone first film, definitely in the slasher world of, you know, what was to come with the 80s at the time. Part 2 I think is excellent. I think it's really good. I like the idea of Jason being an actual killer going around. I like the survival girl Ginger in this. I think it's really good. I think the kills are brutal. I think it's a surprising kind of nasty kills with certain characters I wasn't expecting. Pretty fun. I really like part 2. Part 3 do have a few issues with. I think it's not as good as the other two. I might to watch it again. I think the 3D gimmicks are fun. I think Jason obviously has his iconic mask and that, but I think there's a few hints towards what he does during in between films I didn't quite like, but I think it's another film I need to kind of rewatch and see how I feel about it. But I remember the characters being okay, but the kills were fun. So yeah, part 4, the final chapter, is really good. I think it's really fun. I think it's a good kind of standalone. It is a very good definitive version of Friday the 13th from what it is in terms of a kind of, you know, rebringing back Thomas Savini, doing the kind of makeup effects, doing the kind of, you know, kills, and it's really fun. The characters are fun. I think it knows what he wants to be. I think Jason's more interesting. I think it's a good final chapter for that kind of version of Jason in the franchise. So yeah, final chapter has a lot of good thumbs up for me. Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, it's pretty naff, to be honest. I didn't really like it. I don't like the characters. Kills are okay. I think there's one really funny scene towards the end. I think what they did with it was a gamble, didn't pay off, clearly. I think it's fine. It's just an okay film, personally. Jason Lives, number 6, is awesome. It is the best in the entire franchise, in my personal opinion. I love it. It's so self-aware. It's so fun, meta, and characters are good. The escalation is good. Jason's awesome. The music's great. 6 is my all-time favorite. If I was going to own one Friday the 13th movie in my collection, it would be number 6. That is great. I recommend it, guys. New Blood, I think, is pretty fun. If I remember, it's Jason versus Carrie. Powers, yeah, pretty fun. Kane Hodder is one of the first versions of the character to actually take on the mantle of Jason. Kind of defines the character, and there's some really good, cool scenes in it. I remember liking it. Remember being pretty fun. Yeah, Jason Goes to Manhattan. I think there's kind of half and half for me. I think the whole boat stuff is really good. I think the whole mountain is fun as well. I think it's a fun film. It's a fun, goofy movie. It's a lot more comedy based. kind of thing, but it still has some really good kills, and it changes it up a bit. It tries to do its best to change it up, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. The ending's a bit weird with the whole final act with Jason, but apart from that, it's pretty fun. Jason Goes to Hell, I remember really not liking him. I think the first 10 minutes was pretty fun. After that, body hopping, just, I don't know. I think the connections to the other franchises like Evil Dead and obviously the teaser favourites of Jason, I think there's some big ideas in the film. I think are excellent. I think the execution isn't great, but I will give it another go. Let's see what I think. I don't know. Obviously, favourites of Jason, which is in chronological order because technically Jason X is meant to be after Favourites Jason, apparently. Favourites Jason is awesome. I love it. It's like kick ass. Favourites Jason needs more love. Definitely, it is one of the best kind of versus movies ever. Establishes both characters really well. I think it's more of a Freddy movie than it is a Jason movie, but I think they use both characters really well for the story, and I think it's a good mashup. And the fighting at the end is just so kick ass and awesome. Who doesn't like Freddy going to town with Jason? It's just awesome. Really, really cool film. I really like it. Jason X, back and forth on it quite a few times. It's 1 minute I think it's kind of goofy fun, next minute I think it's a bit naff. I don't know. It's Jason in space, so take it for what you will. And it's funny because even though it's Jason in space, all the characters act like the early 2000s teens from the first couple of movies. I just find that really funny. Obviously Uber Jason at the end, pretty badass. But yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. It's fun. And the remake, I think, had some good ideas. I like the first 10 minutes, first 10-15 minutes. I think the potential could have been very strong, but it's kind of a mashup remake of 1 and 2, and I don't think the characters were particularly that cool or nice or interesting. I didn't really care about the main survival girl. I think Jason's okay, and I think he's interesting. He's very similar to the others, but I just remember it being quite weak, and it doesn't really offer much new to the mythology of franchise. Which is a bit of a shame because I think it had a lot of potential. So those are my quick thoughts and opinions on the films. Obviously go and check out my previous videos and see what you think of those, guys. Really looking forward to watching all these films later in the week. Lots of brand new 4K scans from 1 to 4. And I believe it's Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X, I believe, also has a 4K transfer, brand new one as well, which are very exciting. Packed full of extras. Really a definitive edition. And the good thing as well, again, those disc replacements, so there's issues through part 3. Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell, which is perfectly fine. The issues are not really a big deal, for being honest. If anyone in the UK is considering getting this box set, I'm not too sure, it is definitely worth getting through Amazon US. It's much cheaper than the people in the UK at the moment selling for on eBay. Do not buy them, do not do the scams. They are way more expensive than they need to be. Try and make extra profit. This is a reasonable price on the Amazon US. Just pay a little extra for the postage and you should be fine. And luckily this edition came in one good piece. Any questions, any concerns? Do you own the box set? What's your favourite part of the box set? Any special features? Any kind of transfers? What do you think? Anyone that doesn't own it, that's concerned about any kind of problems or wants to know more information about the edition itself, comment down below. I'll help you out best I can. Thanks guys for watching. Until next time guys, signing out.